What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the upgraded tournament. So if you're new and you're wondering what this is and you want to participate, first of all, you can participate. Totally fine. How do you participate? What is this thing? Basically, it's a tournament. And then each day on the channel, except Sundays, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. How the matches work. I talk about the two characters. We'll go over a mini moveset pool, potentially. Maybe some facts, maybe a story, whatever it might be. And then we vote between one of the two characters. How do you vote? Well, you vote down in the comments section. There are a few rules you do have to follow. They're very simple to follow. Do not worry. So, take a look. All right. Rule number one, you got to be open-minded for this tournament. Why do you have to be open-minded? Because you have to be open-minded to the possibility that there could be another upgraded character in Fighter Pass Volume 2, such as Min Min was. So, just be a little open-minded. All right. Next rule. You only get one vote per person. Please keep it fair that way. I seen somebody vote twice and on the results for today's video, and I was like, really? You try to sneak in another vote? Really? That ain't counting. I ain't counting it, but one vote per person. How do you vote? Like I said, down in the comments, type the name of the character you are voting for, or yes, you can vote for both by saying, I vote both. Totally fine. Rest of the rules. Double elimination tournament, meaning the character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. Then, once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if we happen to get a tie in the results, we're going to flip a coin on camera, fairest way to break a tie, and each matchup voting odds only lasts for just 1 week. That's it for the rules. Let's get to the rest of the video. All right, let's jump into the results from last week very quickly before we get into the matchup for the day. So, again, remember, loser bracket results today, meaning somebody's being eliminated. So the matchup was between, I just tallied this up, Gardevoir from the Pokemon series, who's taking on Crystal, the assist trophy from Star Fox. And the winner won by 20 votes exactly. So, really wasn't that close. Really wasn't that close. The winner, I don't think anyone's going to be too surprised. All right, thank you. All right, but I don't think anyone's going to be too surprised. Crystal from Star Fox picks up the W here. 35 votes for her, only 15 for Gardevoir. Again, kind of like with Eevee yesterday. A lot of people were saying, I'm kind of okay with no more Pokemon. Or, Pokemon doesn't really need another rep. So, yeah, Gardevoir fell flat here. But Crystal, congrats, moves to the next round. But if she loses again, she's done. Because remember, we're in the loser bracket. Well, that is. But we're not in the loser bracket for today's matchup or the good portion of next week. We're in the winner's bracket, which means even if they lose, they're still in the tournament. They would just drop to the loser bracket. Anyway, the matchup for the day going to be a good one because we have a very controversial character, right, when it comes to Smash speculation and all that nonsense. So, Geno from Super Mario RPG, right? Very fun game. If you haven't played it, maybe give it a shot. I'm not going to try to sell you on it, but I had fun with it. It was a really good game. But Geno's opponent, Jill Valentine from the Resident Evil series. Resident Evil, huge franchise around the world, right? Big third-party franchise. But we'll get to that in a second. So up first, good old Geno. Now, we know about Geno, right? We know Sakurai mentioned his name, and then all of a sudden, his popularity amongst the Smash community was like, yep. And now he's like one of the most requested characters, one of the most debated characters. There's even that stupid leak going around from, GameStop or whatever. Somebody's like, yeah, we leaked Geno, but they're talking about like Geno's spirit being in Smash Bros. And the whole thing's getting taken way out of context. Like, yo, chill. We'll get a reveal eventually, all right? If it happens to be Geno fans will be happy. I'd be happy. I would love to see Geno. I know there's people that don't like Geno. And if you want, please tell me why you don't like Geno. Because I've seen weird reasons. I mean, you can not want a character for whatever reason. That's totally fine. But, like, I've seen reasons like, I don't want Geno because I don't understand his appeal. Okay, so you're just saying you don't like the character because other people find him appealing? Is that what you're saying? Like, is that really a good I don't know, whatever. It's your if you don't like Geno, you don't like Geno. I'm not going to try to convince you one way or the other, but again, very controversial, still highly talked about. And could you imagine for a second, say he gets revealed, right? And here's another great picture. Where's the Chocobo costumes, right? There you go. Geno gets revealed. Chocobo costumes come back. Square Enix package, right? Okay, yeah. But anyway, Geno's got the move set. He has his, we'll say, popularity. But could you imagine him being revealed, right? Whether it's the next character or sometime during Fighter Pass 2. Could you imagine the reaction and the amount of attention that Smash Bros. Would get from that? Geno finally gets in. Geno, one of the most requested characters, is finally here. Oh, and then you got the flip side. Geno didn't deserve it. Geno's a nobody character. I mean, yeah, I mean, you can argue whatever point you want, but Geno's got that appeal, right? He's going to have that, I don't know if you want to call it like an it factor to him that people just, whether you want to bring him up for fun, whether you want to actually try to discuss the character, or whether it's somebody just arguing against the character. This will draw a crowd, and that's kind of what you want in a business, right? You want people to get more eyes on your product. And Geno, I don't know, he could absolutely do that for Nintendo. Right now, the flip side, I always say this because I honestly believe it. Is Geno worth it for Square? Right, business wise, Square Enix. I mean, look at Final Fantasy. They worked pretty hard to get Cloud in. And then we only got the 2 music tracks. We luckily got the Chocobo Mii costume, but then that was nixed for whatever reason. That hasn't come back. But if for Square, Geno's a character that they own. They have zero plans to do, well, nothing with him, right? They're just going to let him sit over in his corner, absolutely do nothing. And if for whatever reason, say Nintendo comes on by and hey, Square, could we get the rights to Geno and make him a playable character in Smash? And then Square might go, no, there's no benefit for us. Square gets money for the licensing rights and all that stuff, but like, what else? They can't promote him for a future project. They don't have any plans to use him. They're not doing anything with him. So business wise, never makes any sense for Square. I mean it's a good reason for a third party company to say no. If there were to ever have been conversations, we don't know. Maybe there has been recently, and they were turned down. I don't know. You don't know. Who cares? Well, let's talk about Geno's opponent, though. Okay, yep. We'll talk about Geno's opponent here. Jill Valentine. Yes, it's the upgraded tournament. Jill Valentine was a spirit that was added into the game back in November, I want to say. November 2019. And came with Leon, Jill, Chris, and Wesker. 4 iconic Resident Evil characters. Now, she's a spirit. What would you do for her actual spirit? Now, this one's the easy thing, right? Resident Evil 3, the remake, has a brand new character model of Jill Valentine. You'd probably end up going with the most recent character model of Jill, right? From the RE3 remake. That just makes sense. That way, the old Jill Valentine spirit that's already in the game, that could just remain there, right? You could even use that as a part of the spirit board. We've seen with Min Min that they're not afraid to reuse a couple old spirits, which is completely fine. Completely fine. It's already got its own spirit fight already ready to go. So, perfect. Done. You got that ready to go. So, again, Resident Evil for Capcom. One of, if not, is Resident Evil, would you say Resident Evil is Capcom's biggest franchise? Wow, that's actually a good question to kind of think about. I'd have to maybe look up sales numbers or something, but it's got to be up there, right? It's got to be up there. So the argument here that I'm going to try to make is if Capcom is to get another rep in Smash Bros, are we going to look at their most popular, their best selling series, their franchises? If so, why wouldn't Resident Evil be in there? And no, you can't really say she's a spirit. So, who cares? Who cares? I already just said you could have a brand new character model than the other one that we already have for her spirit, right? That's not a problem. People, it's not one of the more highly requested, series, I'll say, because I see people talking about it. I'm sure you guys do too, if you're looking around for speculation. But Resident Evil's probably not up there in terms of the tippity top of the mountain for characters that we want to see, right? But again, Resident Evil would be a fun sort of character, a more realistic style. You're gonna have your handguns or shotguns, or maybe an assault rifle potentially, but you do have your herbs. Let's see, what do we got here for Jill? Grappling hook, You got grenade launcher. That'd be kind of fun. Stun gun. What is it? Resident Evil 5. Jill was in that one. And there was a stun rod. You could end like an electric rod. You could end up using that to stun your opponent. I always bring up chicken eggs, but I bring that up with Leon, and that's another argument though. If Resident Evil gets a character, who should it be, right? Should it be Leon? Should it be Chris? I mean, Chris is what in Resident Evil 8, or they're actually not. I think I was reading an article. They're not officially calling it Resident Evil 8 or something. The Village game is coming out next year. I'm calling it Resident Evil 8 because they showed it in the actual trailer. But anyway, Chris, I don't know if he seems like the main character that they're focusing on, going forward. If he's got some big plans, whatever it is, but you can make an argument for a lot of different characters, right? Leon, Chris, Jill, Wesker, Nemesis. Nemesis would be amazing. Out of left field character as well, so that would be fun. But there's a lot to, I don't know. There's a lot with Jill. Could she happen? Sure. I'm not going to say there's zero chance. There's definitely a chance she could happen, but I don't know. I mean, in time we'll find out, obviously, the remaining 5 characters for Smash Ultimate. But in terms of voting, I've mentioned this several times. Geno is one of my more wanted characters. He's in my top 10. So that's why I'm going to vote Geno. And plus, if it came to Resident Evil as a series, who would I want to see first? Leon, probably Nemesis, Chris, Wesker, and then maybe Jill. So Jill's not even a top 3, not even top 4 character. No, Barry Burton. There's a random one. Barry Burton, number 5. So random stuff. But yeah, Geno's gonna get my vote. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Geno, Jill, or both. All good options. Sneak peek for Monday. We are, well, like I said, we're still in the winners bracket. So this will be interesting because see what Raiden from Metal Gear Solid. The dude with the electric sword dude. Yeah, he's in PlayStation All-Stars. That guy coming off a win against Medusa and nobody. Okay, he had a first round bye. So he's coming off a win, obviously. And King Boo is his opponent. So should be an interesting-ish matchup, right? Then looks like we'll start getting more results. Obviously, we get results every day. But results between Gengar and Shovel Knight. That is it for this one. I believe if Gengar loses, then we have no more Pokemon left in... Let me check here real quick. If Gengar loses, no more Pokemon are left in this. Yeah, I don't think there's any Pokemon left. Oh, jeez. Yeah. No. Nope. Yep. Oh well. So Gengar, Pokemon's last hope is riding on Gengar. But that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.